Yo, what is going on, guys? Minded Bike 98 back here with another live stream. Now, this one's going to be very small. It's going to be a very small live stream. Basically, because I got a notification that the Most Amazing Top 10 channel, literally called Most Amazing Top 10, one of my favorite top 10 channels, they just posted a video today. Was it today? Yeah, it was today. About the top 10 scary fast food secrets. Now, I will not lie to you guys. I've already seen this video. I watched it just to make sure that it was, how shall I say, good. They are a good channel. I'm just saying, like, family friendly good. Like, it's not clickbait bad or anything like that, but I know they wouldn't do that, but I had to make sure. So anyway, seeing as how I am employed by a restaurant and I've been working for restaurants for about like 4 or 5 years now, I can give you guys my honest opinion about this video. So without further ado, any music you hear in this, I'm just saying this now, any music you hear in this video is not mine. I did not put it in the live stream. It is not part of the live stream. It is just part of the video right here. Top 10 Scary Fast Food Secrets by Most Amazing Top 10, that channel. That is part of their video that I'm reacting to. It's not mine. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's get straight into it. First of all, let's get to 1,000 subscribers, shall we? Join the Discord, link in the description below. Well, that's a lie. I didn't really put any effort into the description. So, all the other live streams that you see within the past, like, month do have a link to my Discord if you want to join any of my games. But anyway, beta access to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War will be live streamed tomorrow at about 9 o'clock my time, which is Pacific time. Yeah, Pacific time, I believe. Or I usually call it Central Standard Time. Anyway, let's get right into the video. I'm going to give you the actual facts out of all the 3 restaurants I've worked at. I've worked at Checkers, Southern Restaurant, Hardee's, current job. 4, but what else? Village Inn, dine-in restaurants, 2016, long time ago, but still. And last but not least, Sonic, which is probably more famous than all the other ones. But anyway, let's get straight into the video.
Whether you're a health or fitness junkie or someone that just loves to eat, there's a type of fast food for everyone. I'm a huge fan of McDonald's, KFC, and pizza from either Papa John's or Pizza Hut. I've never been a huge fan of Burger King. Hardee's is so good, but I don't think there are any chains in North America, or at least none.
Again, this music inside of this video, it's not mine. It's all coming from this channel, not mine. That's not what I wanted. Embarrassing a little.
In Canada, but technically these days the buffet style Chinese, Indian, and Greek places are also fast food, right? They're in the food court, you get your meal with a
Tweety Games says, I like Sonic, their food's pretty good. Their food is good. While I worked there, I was a clean freak a little bit, probably more than half the kitchen staff, but as far as I can tell, their food and the way they cook things in Tennessee is really, it's good, clean. It's fine to eat at. Just saying.
in 3 minutes, so I'd call that fast food. What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host, Eamon Hassan, and welcome back to another video. The fast food industry is a dirty place for several reasons, so let's get greasy.
Cheesy jokes, of course. I forgot to tell you guys, subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 since I am putting them in one of my videos, obviously. Their videos are amazing, literally, and they put a lot of time into editing them, so I would spend your time by subscribing to them.
These are the top 10 scary fast food secrets. Starting us off at number 10 are drink dispensers. Yes, I know that drink dispensers at any given fast food place are all watered down as hell and almost always flat.
Okay, I'm gonna say this once. They're always watered down and flat because we as workers at a fast food restaurant are required to fill up the drink cup almost to the top, depending on where you work. Rules are different. But we're required to do that. It's supposed to save money. And if you don't, you could get into just a little bit of trouble because of the costs of the drinks in general. That's why you get watered down drinks. But you can order any drink at any fast food restaurant with light ice or no ice. You can tell them what you would prefer. So if you guys hate the watered down drinks, just ask them to take some of the ice out of the cup if you don't like it. If you really don't like watered down drinks.
Well, that's actually the least of our concerns right now. There was a study that found out that thousands of drink dispensers in fast food restaurants contain traces of fecal bacteria. Bruh. It's not even in one or two and can be named a fluke or a bad batch. Traces were found in the thousands. Now, thankfully, the bacteria...
Okay, bacteria can be found pretty much anywhere you put your hands or anywhere that is being touched daily. I have billions of bacteria, I bet, just in my house, but that's just life. But we, as restaurant workers, do have to clean the spouts on the drink dispensers. That is a fact. Now, how often we do it is a different story, because different restaurants are required to do it different ways based off of policy. But anyway, moving forward, for most part, drink dispensers are fine to drink from. Just make sure that you try to... If they have bottled water, go for it. There we go.
That's found on these dispensers won't kill you in low doses, but coliform bacteria is found in our and that is freaking disgusting. Another bacteria that was found on them was E. coli, which is bad. It can cause really bad food poisoning and even death. So if you're one of those people who are like, oh, I don't care what's in my food as long as it tastes good.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't give a shit what I eat as long as it's good. I don't care what I drink as long as it's good. It tastes good. I know that a fast food restaurant isn't going to kill me within a good year or a good 5 years or a good 10 years. It's I don't care as long as it's good.
Just buy a bottled fizzy drink. There's no need to use the dispenser. And yes, I call it fizzy drink, not soda, not pop, fizzy drink. Sue me. Coming in at number 9 is cognitive ability. So we already know junk food is the leading cause of the risk of developing diabetes and of course obesity. But research has discovered that consuming a lot of junk food can negatively affect your brain and more importantly your memory. Eating a lot of it causes high levels of insulin in your body, which can make your fat, liver and muscle cells stop responding to the hormone altogether.
Okay, we need to say something. I know that not 100 billion people are going to watch my video, obviously. But for the people who are watching, fast food is not something you're supposed to eat every day. Even if it's serving breakfast or lunch and dinner, it's not something that's supposed to be given to anybody every day to eat. Now, I personally eat fast food more as I am supposed to, but that's only due to the fact that I'm working a lot and I'd rather not go down the street to get something to eat when I can easily just eat food where I work. But plain fact, summary being, you're not supposed to eat fast food every day, so you shouldn't be complaining about that in general.
If the brain has extra exposure to insulin, then it can also cause it to stop responding to it, which limits our ability to make new memories and even think. Researchers tried blocking insulin in an experiment with rats, and they found that the rats got really freaking confused and could no longer make their way out of the maze they were in when they could have done it 10 minutes beforehand. So I mean, fast food in moderation is fine, but too much and soon enough you won't even remember what you're doing, bro. Facts are facts. At number 8, we have eggs. Any day that I'm getting late for work, I skip making breakfast at home and then order a breakfast sandwich and coffee from Tim Hortons. But I'm gonna stop doing that now because of the secret that I just uncovered. Basically, a lot of fast food chains try to cut back production costs as much as possible to make more profit, yada yada yada. And one of the most common ways they do this is by using an egg substitute for their breakfast meals. Premium egg blend is what it's called, and it has a very high level of glycerin in it.
All right. The ways that restaurants stay in business, like McDonald's and Burger King, Hardee's, wherever you're eating, a lot of the food is probably gonna have stuff in it that you're not gonna like. That's why they say you're not supposed to eat it every day. It's supposed to fill you up when you're going to work, fill you up when you're going to school. It's supposed to fill you up so you'll go throughout the rest of your day without having to eat something until probably night or the next morning. You're not supposed to eat it every day. But the fact that it doesn't have real food or real proteins or whatever in it, I personally think that it should, but it does cost a lot more money. That's why they put different, cheaper ingredients in it that you probably shouldn't be eating. But it's cutting costs. Restaurants have to stay in business somehow. And, I mean, if these restaurants did make these changes, would you still eat? I'm just saying, summary, If they went back to serving breakfast on time, or you know what I mean. I'll just play this video. I'm getting confused.
Glycerin, the ingredient that's in your soap, shaving foam, and cough syrup. Glycerin, the thing that's used to treat wounds and can be used as a laxative if you put it in your bum. It's also found in most e-cigarettes and vapes, and it's used in antifreeze. Having said all that, I don't want to be eating high levels of it every morning. No thank you. I actually had one this morning as I found out this fact, and I was like, screw this. Filling at number 7 slot is sweet tea. This one took place in Pizza Hut, which genuinely just stabbed my heart a little bit, but I need to share it because even reading it was about to make me vomit. So this was shared by Redditor Codester619, who used to work at Pizza Hut during high school. They shared that one of the restaurant's delivery drivers most likely lived out of his car and clearly never showered. And we don't judge, you know, everyone has their own circumstances and are dealing with their own. So this guy's hands were always very smelly and covered in dirt and flaky skin. Maybe bad eczema or just a literal buildup of dirt. Either way, one day he walked into the dining area because he had to fill up a cup with sweet tea since it was part of the delivery. The user then informed him that, by the way, that tea isn't sweet yet, so he used his hands to hold the ice in the cup while pouring the sweet tea back into the giant container. So that entire vat of sweet tea had bits of his flaked off dead skin and dirt.
Oh my god. Just no, bro. I don't have to explain how nasty this is. You guys obviously know how nasty that is, but oh my god. I can't get it out of my mind. I know I've already seen this, but just because I've seen it once doesn't mean it doesn't disturb me twice. But usually when you're in a restaurant, when you work for a restaurant, 9 times out of 10, the requirements are that you have to smell good, look decent, come in with a clean uniform, etc., etc. You have to wash your hands quite often. But there are matters, I'm sorry to say, for all you guys who didn't know this, that people are actually lazy. They don't feel like washing their hands. Other matters like that. People are just lazy sometimes. But the fact that this guy was working for a restaurant just means he needed a job. He has his own. I think he just work construction, bro. Dirty hands, just no.
And everyone who ordered it got a bit of that. Like, I'm gonna vomit right now. No, I'm actually kidding. The user obviously did not serve that to people. He found a very sneaky way to throw out the contaminated one and fill a new one, but still, imagine if he hadn't done that, or no one had seen the guy do that. KO. Wasted. Now, at number 6 is apple pie. Now, I'm not a huge fan of apple desserts, you know, apple crumble and whatnot, but I have gotten the apple pie from McDonald's a few times, and it's pretty damn good. But my winning go-to dessert will always be the Oreo McFlurry. I don't even care. Now, anyway, a lot of fast food places have apple pies on their dessert menu since they're very easy, but please never order one again. Apparently, in order for the pies to feed quickly and easily into the production machines, these places add a ton of chemicals into them. One of those is an extract called L-cysteine, and does anyone want to take a wild guess on where they come from? It's plucked from human hair, hog hair, and most commonly duck feathers. So yeah, that apple pie should really be relabeled because all that
Do you really think grocery store food is going to be any different? Like when people complain about food costs being so high so they can't purchase their food, they can't afford to buy food. You think it's going to be any goddamn difference? I'm just saying. Okay? They do this because they got to cut costs down so people can actually eat at their restaurants so they won't close down. Point being, there's a lot of food inside your freezer, inside your refrigerators. I guarantee you are going to have a few things that you're not going to like that are inside of them. I just wanted to point that out. I just hate when people do stuff like that or mentions that. Okay, she's just a host. I'm not mad at her or anything. It's the people who post these things on social media.
it's hair pie. It's not apple pie. Okay? But I feel like if you have long hair, like you're always going to be eating bits of your hair anyways. So I mean, you know. Coming in at number 5 is Applebees. So I've never actually tried Applebees, but it looks tasty enough. And then I asked the office and they told me it was glorified trash and basically a fast food joint masquerading as a restaurant. So just ignore that comment that I made. Anyway, this one comes from Reddit user Creeper of Internet, who admitted she used to be a waitress at Applebees and she just had to confess that none of the food is freshly made. The entire menu is put in the microwave and warmed up. Damn, B. That's why when you order a steak there, you can't specify what rarity you want it because microwaves just aren't that advanced. You can either say...
Alright, so usually in a restaurant... Okay, I haven't worked for every restaurant, okay? But usually the policy doesn't explain that you're supposed to make food fresh or make sure that the quality of the food is as fresh as possible. If it is outdated, you're supposed to throw it out, which... Sometimes we do use some food that's like a day past its expiration date, but it's not going to kill you. If anything, it's going to make you stronger. I mean, but anyway, getting back to the video.
Say pink or no pink so the wait staff knows how long to put it in the microwave for, which is just gross. I don't want a microwave steak. But then again, it's Applebee's, so like you really get what you paid for. The staff are also discouraged from telling customers how many calories are in each meal unless they're specifically asked. E.g., the oriental chicken salad that people usually order when they want to eat something light is actually 1,500 calories. You're welcome. But that's also the same at McDonald's. Like that salad, not healthy. And number 4 are dishes. Now when I go to a restaurant, whether it's fancy like P.F. Chang's or literally a sit-down Chili's, I always look at my plate and cutlery to make sure they're clean before I start using anything. And a lot of the time they're just not. There's a bit of dried up sauce on the fork from previous use or a bit of something stuck on the plate. And why is that, people? It's not hard to clean dishes. Because apparently during busy times at the restaurant, the servers won't fully scrape off all the food on the plates before putting them in the...
Okay, let me explain something. I used to be a dishwasher back in 2016. I mentioned this in the beginning of the live stream for those of you who do know. When you're a dishwasher at a restaurant, you have to be very fast because more dishes are coming through, more dishes, and they need those dishes done so they can reuse them inside of the dining area. I'm a dishwasher. I know these things, okay? I mean, I used to be a dishwasher. I still kind of am. But anyway, point being, when you're working in a restaurant, you have to be very, very fast, and you're not a perfect person, so not every dish is going to be perfect. But I know that's not what they're getting at. It's that people need to clean their dishes right. For the most part, yes. At least 95 to 99% of the time, make sure your dishes are clean. But when you are in a rush, when you're working at a restaurant, I know what you're going through, okay? It's not easy to keep a dish clean or clean a dish completely when you're in a rush or when you have so many damn people coming in to eat. Jeez, fat people. I'm kidding.
The dishwasher. This can also happen even when it's not busy if you just have lazy employees. If so, fire them. So the food in the dishwasher gets ground up and then stays in the water that continuously feeds into the machine, so the dirty food water gets sprayed onto clean crockery when it comes out. So just because they're sanitized doesn't make them clean. Now here's a challenge. Next time you eat out, whenever that may be because of COVID, just smell the glass they give you. Just ask for a glass of water, smell the glass they give you. I can guarantee it always smells like rotten eggs. An employee at IHOP ordered a BLT during their break and found a banana slice stuck at the bottom of their sandwich because the plate was not cleaned properly. I have made my point. Filling at number 3 slot are Beetles. Now as a kid, one of my aunts told me the reason Coke had the dark color it had,
I was going to comment about that banana slice on the plate, but I just won't. You guys know what I'm thinking.
Was because it was colored with crushed beetles, and at that time I believed it and threw away the Coke I was literally drinking when she told me that fact. Now when I got older, I thought it was just something she said to scare me, but apparently it's kinda true. Now a lot of food dyes and artificial food colorings come from the red cochineal beetle. They capture it, dry it up, and then crush it for the color. And no, consuming low doses of crushed beetles isn't lethal, but that doesn't make it okay. That's nasty. If you look at the list of ingredients on any given item, it'll be listed as carminic acid.
Alright, so most restaurants these days, they don't sell those types of drinks anymore. They're all through drink dispensers, which they did explain the bad things about drink dispensers, but that's not what we're talking about anymore. We're talking about these glasses. These glasses aren't really sold anymore unless you go to maybe restaurants not restaurants, but supermarkets that do still sell these glass bottles of Coca-Cola. But other than that, you're not going to really find them. But this has nothing to do with fast food, right? What they're explaining here. I think they're mentioning this for content.
And it's used in so many fast food items, including processed poultry like chicken nuggets. And last time I checked, every fast food place basically serves their version of chicken nuggets. So think twice the next time you order those chicken nuggies, okay? Also, just to add the cherry on top, because I've already ruined chicken nuggies for you, so like how could your day get worse? Research has showed us that food dyes change the behavior of kids and make them more irritable, hyper, and bad-tempered. So just stop it. Just stop. Now, at number 2 is whipped cream. This secret blew my mind because if there's something I love more than anything, it is whipped cream. Anytime I would order an iced drink or dessert, I always get it with extra whipped cream and just eat the whipped cream on its own before even starting the meal. But now I'm like, wow, it just feels so wrong now. So Reddit user Secure Opossum formerly worked at Starbucks, and she revealed that it's really common for baristas to get nitrous oxide buzzes from the whipped cream dispensers. Some of the employees used to do it daily, and it's not just chains like Starbucks. Another Redditor who worked at Chili's said their head chef was a Coke addict and would continuously inhale the aerosol from the whipped cream so he'd be high throughout his shift. That isn't bad enough, he then put the whipped cream back so waiters would use it for milkshakes.
Yeah, that I don't agree with. Most restaurants, they'll drug test you. I won't lie, not all restaurants will drug test you. The last 2 restaurants, no, that's a lie. Well, 2 out of the 4 restaurants I've worked at have drug tested me. That's a lie too. Well, geez. 1 restaurant that I've worked at has drug tested me, which is Checkers. So a southern restaurant. Carl's Jr.'s and no, it's Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. That's not the point. They will drug test you. So 90% of the time there might be drug addicts in a restaurant, but if they're caught doing something like that, they'll be fired the very next moment it happens, or the very moment that it happens in general, they might be fired in general, or they might get a warning and then a fire. But they're probably not still working there. I promise you, it's not bad. Okay, but for you workers out there, please make sure that even if you don't want to rat somebody out, make sure that everything you're serving with, you're making food with, is clean before you serve it. I hate it when people don't clean shit before they serve it.
And finally, at number 1 is expiration. Fast food honestly lasts embarrassingly long to the point we should all be questioning it. I remember seeing this video in primary school of someone who had kept a McDonald's burger in a jar for like a year or 5 or some crazy time like that, and it stayed perfectly preserved. Now, a burger from McDonald's has enough preservatives that it can last for 14 years and not change in appearance. Food is meant to rot and expire, that's why we eat it fresh. But if a burger is sitting there identical to what it looked like a decade ago, then clearly it's made from such little natural ingredients that it's probably more plastic than it is food. Their fries are the exact same. A batch of fries will look exactly the same even after 3 years, albeit soggy, but still the same. Nothing is immortal, you guys. Not us, not animals, and food should not be either.
Alright, so I believe that's the last one.
And that is it for today's video.
Yeah, that is the last one. But, point of this video being, not the video, but this part of the video. I did mention this before, but sometimes people don't pay attention. People are lazy. Sometimes we don't realize that something is expired. Due to that, just that idea of expiration. That we don't mean to do, but with the way the food is made, don't blame that on the co-workers or on workers, on managers of the restaurant, on general managers. They don't control who makes the food. They don't control how the food is made. They only serve it. They only cook it and then serve it. They don't make it. They don't cook it from scratch and then serve it. Okay? Well, this is mostly McDonald's, Burger King, maybe Hardee's, I don't know. More popular restaurants are going to have food that isn't made with proper ingredients. But don't blame that on the workers, okay? That is actually the franchise. So go on the corporate websites and complain to them about it, okay? But anyway, that is going to be it for today's live stream / video for those of you who are watching after the stream, of course. I hope you guys did learn something from this. Not to take everything that they say in these videos literally, okay? Now, some of it is true, yes. But most of it, they don't know the full story behind everything that they're talking about. I know some of you guys are skeptical or cautious about what you eat. If you are, you guys shouldn't be eating fast food in the first place. Again, fast food is for a one-time eating thing only, okay? You should not have to eat it more than once. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope you guys learned something from this. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for more notifications about live streams. Remember, tomorrow we are going live on Call of Duty Cold War. For those of you who are watching this in the future, I'm talking about a couple of days, months, years in the future. For those of you who are watching this video and made it to the end, the very next video you should see on my channel will be, after this video, the next video will be the Call of Duty Cold War live stream. I hope you guys check that out. And I will see you guys in the very next live stream / video. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy.
Don't speak, I don't wanna hear those words. say